Hey YouTubers, vloggers, and bloggers. It's me, Mark Jr. here in, well, my bedroom, but it's essentially my spot for today. And I just wanted to share with you all a recent purchase that I went ahead and made. So, essentially, I'm an avid hobby builder, and I'm an enthusiast of stuff that requires a little bit of skill to do something, such as building a car or making a house. And essentially, uh, I've always grown up in model shops, and I was never particularly fond of this particular game. And if you've seen my recent uploads, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But essentially, what I'm referring to is this game called Warhammer 40,000. And these are some of the things that I've purchased. And these are data cards. And essentially, what these are little add-ons and bonuses for different things that help with your initial game. Now, essentially, when you play the game, you get like a book, which is like this thick, which is the rules and all that stuff, and then you get a guide for the particular group or guild that you're with. And it all depends on what it is that you're trying to do objective-wise. So it really just depends, because you could be going head-to-head, or you could be going 2 versus 2, or you could be going ahead and doing a scenario thing. So I figured, it'd be a little nice to have something like this to go ahead and explain the specific or particular things that Space Marines have special to them. I also have a couple of other ones as well that I purchased that we'll be looking at as well. And they're pretty cool. I got the Imperial Fists, I have the Iron Hands, and the Tau Empire. So we're going to go through all these really quickly. And essentially, these are all going to be helpful towards increasing your tabletop experience. Or if you don't want to always carry around your book or all your stuff, you can take, a box of these and be like, oh, well, I have the app. I know most of the stuff that I'm doing, so I'll just take this, my smartphone, and, my little figurines. And if you're not familiar with Warhammer, I happen to have a figure. Ha ha. And this guy is a ultramarine, and he's there with his gold and purple sword. And essentially, it's a little board game that you can play soldiers with, or you can play battle with, or you can do different stuff that involves fighting. So essentially, I picked up some of these cards, and they're not bad. They're actually really nice when it comes to their manufacturing. And like this one right here, the Space Marine data cards, says, this set contains 41 stratagems, 13 psychic powers, and 7 litanies of battle printed on individual cards as a handy reference for use with your Space Marines army. And then it has in italicized, you will need a copy of Codex Space Marines to use the contents of this set. So that's interesting. But it's got like some copyright info. It's got a little bit of box art, but it's really nice and it feels really good. It has a better quality of box paper or ink than like an Uno box or like a box of bicycle playing cards. So really nice finish, really good work. And oh, these things are oof. Wow, see, these things are nice. No illustrations, but oh, they do got a little. So we got a I believe that's the tech symbol, the Mechanicus or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still getting into it, and I'm pretty sure that's the Tech Marine or the Mechanicus people who build all their stuff on Mars. And essentially, um, they have all these different things, and so each one of them looks the same. Oh, so some of them do have a little bit of different art or illustrations, and they're pretty plain on the other side. They each have a different thing on them, like how the box said, a stratagem, a psychic power, or something like that. So that's pretty interesting. We'll take a look at the bottom one, which is smoke screen. So that's pretty cool. And then like here, I'll just randomly and this is looks like it's a psychic power, hallucination. So that's pretty cool. So if you're playing with like your tabletop guys, like my little figurine, then goodness, you could essentially save yourself a lot of time carrying all kinds of stuff that's provided, you know, to you if you purchase it. And essentially, these aren't a bad little thing to have. I like these. These are pretty cool. The next one I have here is the Imperial Fist, and this one actually states that it has 36 tactical objectives, 20 stratagems, and 7 psychic powers. So that's not bad. That beats having to carry around like 3 school books in a backpack. Games Workshop, carrying a backpack is bad for my back, and if I have a roller backpack, everybody else will make fun of me. So that's essentially what that is. And ooh, the art or the illustration on that looks pretty cool. So let's go through these. Perhaps these ones are a little different as well as we go through them. It doesn't seem like they are. Looks like they're all almost. Nope. So let's compare. Oh nope. There are some that are a little different. So that's pretty cool. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so here's one of the, this is a psychic power. Smite. That's pretty cool. And, here you go. This one is a stratagem. It's called Praetorian's Wrath. So that's interesting. How quaint. Very nice. Again, great feel. The box art itself looks really nice. I like how it looks. They definitely picked a good quality paper company to pick and print. The ink job or the press job looks really grand. Really grand. I feel like I could wipe the box for hours and not distort or tear off any of the box art or display art that it shows on the front. Still kind of a little let down though. No illustrations for the literature part of each individual tile that goes ahead and states, you know, this card does this or this card does that, you know, so it's one of those things. Just depends on, I suppose if, perhaps they're trying to save money on ink because the illustrations in the book are really good. So here's the next one I have. Data cards, Iron Hands. And these ones are not bad. These are pretty cool. It feels good again. Very nice. Looks like the dude is coming out of a Michael Bay movie to go and jump in the GMC Autobot. I think his name was Ironhide. Not bad. Ooh. The deck art looks pretty cool. Very interesting. It does have a little bit of different art for some of the other cards. That's pretty interesting. Oh, yes. So each one of these has 3 tiers of illustration for each deck. So that's not bad. And then depending on which card you get, the basic illustration varies. It's pretty cool. So here's one of those psychic powers, and this one is smite, and this is just a basic facing, like how I said. And here we go. This one is an Iron Hands stratagem, and it says conjugated martyr room. So that's pretty interesting. Sounds like it could be a interesting little scenario to play if they or if you vloggers and bloggers out there have terrain or have pieces, because this game, incidentally enough, is pretty intricate. Like the people, like just the little guy that I had alone, it quite literally, like for one dude, you can have him with a gun, grenades, and all kinds of other stuff, and he can use every single one of them. And if you put each one of your dudes like that, that's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's very different versus playing army man or soldier. You get what I mean? It's a big change. So, okay. Okay, so the Iron Hands has the same amount of content as the Imperial Fists, and that is the 36 tactical objectives, 20 stratagems, and 7 psychic powers. So these two right here essentially almost have the same thing. The only real difference is for example, in the actual game, these guys over here have the ability to shoot twice during your turn. So if you go ahead and, think about what's offered in one group versus the other group, it might be more advantageous depending on which one you've researched and which one sounds better to you. Okay, so that wraps up all the Space Marine ones that I have went ahead and purchased. Just so all of you are aware, the basic Space Marines cards are also and is also the Ultramarines data cards. Although it doesn't say Ultramarines, it is the Ultramarines data cards. So, food for thought. Okay, so the other one that I have, which is really nice, I actually picked this one up because I went ahead and purchased the start collecting boxes that go ahead and give you a decent amount of icons and tokens to use on your board, because some people actually do make their own game pieces and they get really extravagant, but it's one of those type of things. And these guys I actually like. These guys are pretty cool. These guys are like these guys are essentially like the bad guys from the Avengers movie, but they're like a little bit more like, we'll go ahead and we'll sit down and we'll talk with you, okay? We believe in the planet Naboo's cause. That's who these people are. And if you don't know Planet Naboo, 1995 called, you're late. I'm even giving you a little bit of time with that one, because that reference is like not even 1995. You're a little late. You might want to catch up way on that. Anyways, so I got data cards for Tau Empire. And for the Tau, we have, this set contains 36 tactical objectives, 28 stratagems, printed on individual cards as a handy reference for use with your Tau Empire army. Italicized note: you will need a copy of the Warhammer 40,000 rules to use the contents of this set. Okay. Whatever. It feels great. Oh my goodness. This is your pillow. Boop. If you guys have seen that ad, it feels like one of those pillows would feel, I assume. I'm going to get one of those, by the way. I'm going to get one of those. But yes. Okay, so, feels great. Grand work on the box, and ooh! The cards look really nice. So, we shall explore. So here is another one. It's interesting. Okay, so some have 2 illustrations and some have 3 illustrations. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so here's the bottom stratagem. Command reroll. So that's not bad. So, like, see, there are some other things you get rerolls for. And then, tactical objective. Defend objective 3. So that's pretty interesting. And they're not a bad purchase. They, like, in my opinion, they help to make the game more interesting and more fun. Later, if you happen to be a subscriber on my channel, I'd recommend looking into the content I shall be putting up, I want to say within the next month or so, and I'm going to be doing the beginning starter set, like how to paint and all that type of stuff. Like, it's not going to be step by step, but it's going to be like how I painted it and what I did type of stuff. So hopefully, you know, you'll subscribe and like, and when that appears, you'll be like, oh! So I also purchased these. These actually look really cool, and they're the Warhammer 40,000 Mission Pack Open War. And it's pretty cool. It says, including 9 objective cards, 12 deployment cards, 18 twist cards, 6 sudden death cards, 6 ruse cards, and 1 folded reference card. Pretty cool. Again, feels really nice. And let's see. Okay. These are a little similar to the illustration on the Space Marines. So that's pretty interesting. Ooh. There's another one here. Let's see what else they have. Ooh, here's another one. Ooh, here is another one. And another one. And here's the folded one. So, interesting. Okay, so the folded one is actually the introduction. There we go. Cool. And I'll do my super sick movie announcer voice, and we'll see how it sounds. Open war is a mission. Generator. Just kidding. No, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that right now. But looks pretty good. Looks cool. Definitely have to go through and unfold all this. And let's take a look at another one right there. And a twist. And warp storm. Pretty interesting. So I like these. These aren't that bad. These are really grand, and they're awesome. I personally would say that they definitely lighten your load if you are a younger player, or if you're somebody just getting into the art of Warhammer 40,000. I'd get one of these. I would get the app and like a starter pack plus or minus some brushes and paints. But I would do that because that would be the best way to minimize carrying in a briefcase or something in particular that requires you to take everything into the store. Now that you have your rented U-Haul and 6 shelves of purchased items that you want to play with others with, bring it on in. Bring it right back on in. Just bring it into the store and just boop, boop, back it on up. You know what I mean? So it's not bad. It's actually pretty cool. I appreciate the fact that they took the time to do something like that, especially for Space Marines, because I play Ultramarines and Imperial Fist, and it's really cool when I'm not doing the Imperial Army or the oh my goodness, Astarta Militarum, whatever. For the Empire is what I say to that shit. Taki mushroom. So, yes. If you ever play Warhammer 40,000, or if you even know about Warhammer 40,000, I would get these because the story is amazing. The story is really quite grand, and it's just good. The story revolves around the Emperor of Man and how I go ahead and kick ass across space defending the fact that people are awesome, and it's not bad. It's pretty good. I would get into it. Self-promotion. Anyways, yes. So, it's not bad. Overall, I would give these, if I had to rate them out of 5, I would say, as a general item, these are a definite 4 out of 5, or a 5 out of 5 if you don't want to purchase all the other stuff. If you're watching this vlog right now, or video right now, you picked a good one to start on because I have not reviewed the books yet. And the books, great stuff, but when you're reading a book for fun that's literally 2 times as big as a school book that you had to read, I want to check or something. Somebody better get me something like friggin' amazing or something. I'll buy a pack of gold stars for people. Anyways, yes, so overall not bad. These things are pretty good, especially when compared to other hobbies such as Digimon, any type of Gunpla. Goodness, there's so many things out there. Like, I myself have even started getting into things like Bakugan. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bakugan, but yes. So these things overall, great money saver if you don't want to go ahead and get the book or any of the stuff that is required. Just get one of these, get the app. It's $5. You can get paints for like 20 or 30 bucks, and then a pack of guys for like another 30, 40 bucks. Good to go. You know what I mean? Just double check the reference after you get the app for $5, and make sure you have enough tokens or icons to play with before you go ahead and, commit to, oh, that's all I need. That is all I need. So, yes, overall, Games Workshop, great job. Just, invest in, or have the community invest in areas to actually play at, because we're not LARPing. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe, comment down below. If you guys want to know what I'm into right now or what I'm doing, feel free to follow me on social media. All my stuff is over here. recently I've been painting and doing a lot of stuff when it comes to fighting what's going on out in the world with this COVID. So by all means, do stuff that's positive. I've been watching and listening to a lot of Unfiltered by Zane and Heath. So go and check that out if you guys want to check that out. But overall, solid 4 out of 5. I would definitely recommend these things. These things are great. And thank you for joining me in my spot today. Bye!